Hi there and welcome back to Japan, where we're going to be checking out one of our few non-Japanese artists who we really get into on this channel. There's been a lot of support to listen to more of this artist, and it's an artist called Namewee. Now, I first checked out Namewee when he was doing the Tokyo Bond song, and I didn't even know he was Malaysian. So we will be doing on our World Tour Wednesdays in a couple of months. We'll be coming along to doing a special Wednesday where we check out Malaysian music. So stick around if you are Malaysian and are a fan of the music scene from there, because we'll be covering some of their music in the near future and asking for you to give us help and suggestions at that point. But Namewee's been an interesting one, and since we sort of stumbled into his music, a lot of people have been encouraging us to listen to more. So I've checked out a couple of songs now, and one of the names that always comes up is Stranger in the North. Now, from the little bit I've been learning, we don't really research any artists, we learn it all from you guys in the comments, so genuine reactions here. Namewee is someone, he started off as apparently a bit of an internet celebrity, but then he sort of moved into music. He's a genuine songwriter, he then genuinely puts together not just the rap but the music I hear, and the last two songs we heard by him genuinely had a real good taste of pulling those Asian music influences that I really love when you hear that in contemporary music. And there's been some great bands who do that, people like Wagaki Band and such like, but when you hear it in more of a hip-hop setting, it's always interesting. Anyway, Stranger in the North, I have no idea if this is a serious song or a comedy song. I no idea if it's even in English or if it'll have subtitles. Either way, go check it out, see what you think, and give some comments, and then afterwards I'll discuss what I think, and you guys can get in the comments and tell me a little bit more. So here we go, Namewee with Stranger in the North, very much requested. Looking forward to hearing how this goes. Namewee. Wow, that's a cover. Stranger in the North. Featuring Leehom Wang. Composed by Namewee, arranged by Clement Slow. I didn't see what the other one was. Produced by Namewee.
有人说他在老家欠了一堆钱，需要避避风头；有人说他练就了一身武艺，却没机会展露；有人失去了自我，手足无措，四处漂流；有人为了梦想，为了山才会养家糊口。他住在燕郊区残破的旧式公寓，拥挤的大楼里堆满陌生人，都来自外地。他埋头写着履历，怀抱着多少
Loving the beat, loving this, very impactful, but you've got the brightness and the delicacy of the guitar. Trying to follow the lyrics as well. So it seems to be that whole idea of being separation, moving to the big city. I'm watching the lyrics, but I'm also following the imagery of the video. It's really beautifully done as well. Nice chorus, beautifully sung. He's got a good sort of chorus voice, not too pushy, kind of soft but expressive. And as always, Namewee's doing a great job on flowing the verse. 车太混乱，太匆忙，他还不习惯。人行道一双又一双，斜视冷漠的眼光。他经常将自己灌醉，强迫融入车大染缸。走着脚步蹒跚，耳朵都在摇晃。失意的人啊，偶尔醉倒在那胡同楼巷，拒绝饱读涮羊，手中盛着一碗热汤，用力的温暖着内心里的不安。不听也不想，不看回头望的遗憾，扛下了梦想，要毅然决然去流浪，卸下了自尊光环，过去都风光。就算再不堪百丈，也不能投降。再见了南方，眺望最美丽的家乡，也只属遥望。Like that layering between the vocal coming in underneath the hip hop there. I like how the singer looks like he's just taken a couple of hours from working in graphic design to come and sing a chorus. Just step out of the office. This is a good chorus. So Namewee wrote the chorus as well. Good rousing chorus. Sorry, bridge to hopefully launch us into the crescendo. That's beautiful. Yeah, you gotta go for the key change. It's not a classic song without a key change. Nice choice. Nice choice to throw in the hip-hop over the last chorus once the chorus has already been established in your ears to add more thickness, depth and drama to it. Because it doesn't muddle it at that point because you already know the chorus and it's just adding to it. Alright, we've got 30 seconds left, so I'm going to let it play out. That's the album cover. That's Namewee's face logo. Oh, I think we're going to get... It's going to play again. Yeah, credits. Hey, we do enough Japanese music on here to remember what it's like when you have huge credit sequences in the end of your music videos. Alright, that was cool. I'm going to let the social media come up because as always, follow and respect these guys if you like them. It's always good to give these people the credit they deserve. So, talking about this song, this is a really interesting one. I mean, I think it's really effective. I can see why it's so popular. It definitely works on many, many levels. There's a few things. I want to make some references that some people might initially think, oh, that's a bit of a cheap reference. But I want to refer to some things just to sort of set a base for where I think this song's coming from and then build on it. Now, whereas the last two songs that I heard from Namewee, one was very much playing on Japanese culture. Then you had the China reggaeton was very much playing on like the Chinese sound. Yes, and I mean this sort of audibly. This one didn't seem to be playing on an Asian sound at all. It was going for a sound that, bear with me with this, I'm gonna work out from this. Going for a sound that I think was very much established by, I can't remember the name of the producer, but he was one of the producers who worked on Eminem's Relapse album. Was it Relapse? No, it was Recovery. It was on Recovery. And Recovery had a lot of songs which had this sort of thing, a very heavy beat with jangling acoustic guitar sort of lightly rhythming between it. And it turned out to be a really great formula. There was a few songs on the album, actually. I think there was 3 or 4 songs on the album that used that exact same formula and might have actually been produced by, I think it was Alex the Kid who was the producer. Anyway, the point is that sound was kind of something which was used a lot on that album, and then subsequently a lot of other people started doing it. Obviously the most notable song being Love the Way You Lie. And that sound was around for a few years and kind of went away recently. I don't know how old this song is, but to me, this song kind of started, production-wise, it started from using that sound, but took it to a more interesting place, I think. The reason being is that, for a start, there was a certain musicality to this. Obviously, it starts off kind of with that same thing, 4-chord chorus, 4-chord progression goes round and round the background on acoustic guitar, where you get a simple, heavy but impactful and effective beat, and that gives a lot of room for the rapper to actually put down an interesting rhythm of their own, which Namewee was doing fantastically as always. He seems to be very good at using the beats very much to get the most out of them rhythmically. So it starts off in that direction, and then the chorus was nice because it had, had a very unique sort of melody to it, but it was very catchy, and like I said, I like the singer's voice. Not the most powerful, but just sort of right, it was kind of almost relatably powerful. Not blasting, just had a good feel to it. And, it's matched the song very well as well. And then in the bridge, towards the end of the song where they started building on that. In the bridge, you had like more drama come into it, adding the electric guitars underneath and sort of building up the tension, a bit of a change in the chord pattern as well, which really helped. And then at the end, sort of blasting it in with having the singer and Namewee as the rapper both at the same time, a real sort of thickness to things. I think it started from a very simple formula, which, like I say, is one that many people, if you're a hip hop fan, would recognize, I think, primarily from that Eminem album, which is where that seemed to really pick up a lot of popularity, and a lot of people started doing similar things after that. But this, I think, took it in a genuinely unique direction. It didn't feel like it was copycatting. You could see where the inspiration for the beat came from, but it went in its own direction. Lyrically, I couldn't get all of it, but I could get the rough idea. It was that idea of being away from home, traveling to a different place. And I think what this had over a lot of our hip hop was a very relatable message. I think a lot of people, especially people who probably follow Namewee's music, which is very much about Asia, very much about travel, and a lot of Asian people do travel, which I know it might sound ridiculous, but you think about a lot of island nations, a lot of places where, you know, a lot of poorer nations as well, where people go to neighbouring richer countries for success. You do have like a fair number of rich countries around in this part of the world, you know, whether it be China, South Korea, Japan. You also have a fair number of countries that are economically much poorer. You've got your Singapore as being very rich, and then right next to it you've got somewhere like Malaysia and Indonesia, which is, you know, they're doing all right, but they're certainly not on the same level. So there's a lot of migration, a lot of people looking for opportunities. And so although that might be a very universal story, I think it's one that maybe especially applies to Asian cultures. A lot of people in Asia probably recognize this sort of story. I think that from what I could pick up from the lyrics, very relatable. I like the way they did it. The video kind of, from what I could see whilst reading the subtitles as well, the video kind of really gave that a good feel as well. It was artistic, but it had a sort of softness to it. It did show a lot of him on his own. Maybe a little bit more of him relating with other people would have perhaps made it a little bit less melancholy. But I liked it. I think it worked. There seemed to be a sort of sadness, and it was talking about thinking about, oh, my family far away, my hometown. I don't want to think about these things. I feel very separated and displaced from them. That's an interesting one. I've got to admit, call me lucky, but I've never really felt homesick when I travelled. I've always felt like that was kind of the point, you know, travel is to find something new, that's something of your own. But I do appreciate that the majority of people do eventually return to their hometowns or their home countries, and homesickness is a common feeling for most people, especially, I guess, if you come from a poorer place. My family, shall we say, was definitely not rich, but they were in a very secure country with like a national healthcare system and everything. So I think even coming from a poor family, I don't think I could ever complain that that leaving my family behind or leaving them in the jaws of death. But I think if you come from like a really poor country, I don't know much about Malaysia, but I know Malaysia has some very poor parts. I know a lot of people from Philippines where certainly there's they worry about their families when they go away. Oh, my family's going to be safe. They're going to have enough money. So I think this is kind of what that's tapping into. It's a very sort of Asian message, but presented in a very universal way that a lot of people can understand and get behind. Musically, like I say, it just kind of works. It hits a lot of familiar notes, but it puts them together. And I think it's got a nice touch. Like I say, that last chorus, I mentioned in China Reggaeton that I think it perhaps felt a little bit messy when I first heard it, because the chorus had like singing with rapping underneath all the way through, which didn't give you a chance to really settle on feeling the hook and then adding to it. On repeat lessons, that's become less of a problem because now I'm kind of more familiar with the hook. But this one, I think it worked nicely, just letting the hook be the hook, let it have that chorus vocal, and then later on developing by adding the rap to it. Anyway, I think this is a really good song. I enjoyed it. I definitely would listen to this again. I think this has a replay. I think this has a very high replay value as well, if you're in the right mood. It's kind of got that melancholiness where you need to be in the right mood, which I think is not a bad thing. I think songs that appeal to a specific mood, that's a good thing. You know, you want something that can appease your mood or heal your mood, depending on how you feel. I liked it, as always. Thank you so much for tuning in. Get in there and give me your comments, though, because what we like to hear is what you think as well. This channel's all about discussion. We've got so many people from so many different musical backgrounds with so many different tastes. It's really great that you all get in there and discuss things together. So please tell me what you think about this song. And just overall, any suggestions. If you want to give suggestions, remember the links in the description below will take you to our Discord and our Reddit, which are the best place to give us suggestions for more songs to listen to. And if you really like the channel, Patreon's there. Because I don't get paid. I don't get paid for this. So Patreon just helps me run everything. But either way, look, I just appreciate you guys being here. If you are on the Patreon, then massive respect. Thank you. I can't say thank you enough. But for everyone, just thank you for being on the channel. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for getting involved. And the more involved you get, whether you like, subscribe or comment, it's all much appreciated. Do all of it. And for now, from Japan, thank you so much for tuning in. Until I see you hopefully soon on the next video, like I say, for now, ciao, ciao. Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out more of our hundreds of videos we got online on this channel right now, or get involved in the discussion with us at the many social media links we've got in the description below, where you can suggest new videos and artists for us to check out on the channel. Or you can just do the usual YouTube stuff and comment, like, subscribe. You know how this works by now.